What is going on, my dudes? AK here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can make a secret weapon blueprint in Call of Duty Modern Warfare for the AK-47 rifle, and that is of course the AEK-971. Now, the AEK-971 is chambered in 5.45 by 39mm, and that is of course an unlockable attachment for the AK-47, which is actually the same magazine that the AEK-971 actually uses, so I think that's pretty cool. Obviously there are a few design issues and the gun doesn't look identical to an AEK-971, but until I enter the game, this is probably your best bet to use. I mean, just look at it, it looks amazing. So, what are some of the key features of the AEK-971 blueprint variant for the AK-47? Gosh, that's a lot of different letters and numbers put together, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. The thing I really like about it is it's very good for close quarters combat. So, pretty much anyone from sort of, well, barrel stuffing range to up to about 25 meters or so, you're going to be taking them down relatively quickly. Not as fast, perhaps, as you would do if you were using just the standard AK bullets, but with the faster cycle rate, RPM, whatever you want to call it, of the actual bullets, it does tend to drop people fairly quickly. However, if you're planning on shooting anyone above or beyond sort of 30 meters plus, you're going to have to tap fire it a lot. You're going to have to really make sure that your shots are on target or get mounted so you've got a good sort of angle of attack, if that makes sense. But yeah, the gun itself works really well and I'm extremely impressed by it, and it seems to hold itself up against a lot of the assault rifles. In this match that I'm in now, a lot of people are using the obvious try-hardy weapons like the M4A1 and the MP5. But obviously you can tell from the kill feed that people are using things like the M13 and also the Kilo 141, and I'm still sort of holding my own against those people, even though, you know, I'm using technically a subpar weapon, which I think is actually a testament to the AEK's sort of viability in a close quarters sort of situation. So all in all, I would definitely recommend this weapon to anyone who's thinking about using a Russian military-esque weapon and wanted to give this gun a go. Obviously, all guns come with a drawback, and the drawback is, in this current setup, you can't actually equip or use sleight of hand, or any other perks for that matter, and if you wanted to use a suppressor, which I do use in other gameplay, which will be coming later on down the line, I have to then not use a sight, which isn't so bad, but unfortunately when you don't use a sight you lose the sort of AEK vibe because it's just got standard AK-47 iron sights, which I think is the only sort of downside from a sort of immersion quality, if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, a gun that's immersive and real. When you're reloading the gun like that, it looks fantastic, but when you're aiming down iron sights, it just looks like an AK. So that's the only downside, really. I mean, if you wanted to use it without the stock, I mean, you don't technically see the stock anyway, you could put a normal stock on it, but I find that the attachments that it has sort of outweigh the use of using a stock, because obviously the stock is one of the things that make it so light and agile. Now in the footage that you're seeing now, I did actually change the iron sight to a mini reflex sight just to reduce some of the weight a bit, and I found that it seemed to work quite well as well, but again, it sort of missed the mark when it came to looking like an AEK-971. From games I've played with an AEK and games that I've seen it in, and also real life sort of applications, it doesn't have the same sort of attachments. Although while I was testing it in a private match with one of my guinea pigs, I found that if you put a scope on it, it looks very reminiscent of an AEK-971, but it just doesn't handle the way that you'd want it to. It doesn't scope in fast enough. ADS isn't particularly very fast. But the gun itself, as I said, on the whole, I think is a really good addition, and I think they should possibly and reasonably add the AEK-971 to the actual roster of weapons that you can use. Although, as stated, you could just make the gun yourself in the gunsmith and save the blueprint, and then you've got a version of yourself. But anyway, that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. If you didn't like the content, hit that subscribe button. And remember to tickle your bell so you never miss a video from me. Thank you very much, and bye.
Look, it's your dead carcass.
Oh, you look so sleepy.
This is definitely going in outtakes. Oh, you're still here. That's great. Well, you know the drill. Click on whatever video takes your fancy. I'm going to pop off, have a cup of tea, have a couple of cheeky biscuits, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You're still here? Click on a video. Come on.